Hello everybody, my name is Ordinary Harry and I've been streaming Marvel Snap every day for more than a year now. Today, I'm very excited to be introducing a brand new card in X23, utilizing the new widescreen PC client. Let's get right to it. X23 is a 1 energy cost, 2 power card that reads, when this is discarded or destroyed, regenerated at a random location and you get +1 energy next turn. Traditionally, in card games and in Marvel Snap especially, cards that provide energy acceleration are very, very powerful. And X23 is not going to be an exception to that rule. At 1 energy cost, with a very potent ability, she seems destined to shake up the Marvel Snap meta. X23's ability works with both destroy and discard effects, making her one of the most versatile cards in Marvel Snap. The only limit is your imagination. Her ability can be activated every turn and multiple times per turn if you so choose to. She can give you access to fun, powerful, and crazy combos. She allows you to build decks just a little bit greedier with powerful high energy cost cards, and if anyone loves greedy decks, it's me. I have built a variety of decks to showcase here that I can't wait to show you. Let's get right to it. The first list I'm going to showcase is a Silver Surfer list that utilizes X23's ability very, very, very well. I think that this list is very powerful, and we're going to see a version of this list in the meta very soon, because X23 allows Surfer lists to do things that previously they could only do using Serra. In this list, you don't need to play Serra, and you can play very greedy at the same time, and all the cards in this list work very, very beautifully together, and the synergies are kind of unbelievable. The list plays beautifully. It's very smooth. I play tested it. Let's get right to it. Let's look at each card one by one. X23 and Wolverine play a similar role in this deck in that they are ammo for your discards and your destroys, etc., etc. Wolverine is just a good value card when you're building an archetype like this, and X23 allows you to get those spicy combos that you previously couldn't utilize. Colin Wing is a 2 energy cost 4 power card that works very, very, very well in this deck. It allows for some very powerful combos with both Wolverine and X23, but especially with X23, you can do some very, very beautiful stuff with this card. You can play a 3-drop and Colin Wing on turn 5, allowing you to play a 4-drop and a 3-drop on turn 6. If you want to play Surfer and Absorbing Man on turn 6, you can do that. If you want to play Gambit and Absorbing Man on turn 6, you can do that. If you want to search deeper into your deck and play Iron Lad to try and hit that Brood along with Surfer on turn 6, you can do that. It's a very powerful effect and a very powerful combo that works really well. Obviously, you can't have a Silver Surfer deck without Brood and Silver Surfer. Gambit works very beautifully in this deck because you have the ammo to discard cards and at the same time destroy something from your opponent's board. Gambit gets insane value in this list. You can copy his effect with Absorbing Man. You can discard Dagen's Muramasa Shard and double his power at the same time. You can discard Wolverine, get 4 power on the board, destroy something from their board, and then buff it with Silver Surfer, giving you a 3/5 with exceptional utility. Killmonger is a staple in Silver Surfer decks. You can utilize Killmonger on turn 4 along with X23. You play X23, you drop your Killmonger on turn 4. You have 6 energy on turn 5. You can play 2 3-drops on turn 5, which is a very, very powerful thing to do when you're playing a Silver Surfer deck. Nakia basically buffs your hand. You get great value with Brood, and if you copy Brood with Absorbing Man, it gets doubled. If you play Daken, you'll see Daken down the line. You can play Nakia on turn 5 into Colin Wing, discard your X23, so you're playing 7 power plus 3, that's 10 power on turn 5, while getting 1 extra energy for your turn 6 play, where you can combo Gambit into Absorbing Man, Silver Surfer into Absorbing Man, Iron Lad, anything you want to do basically. It's a very powerful effect. This card is not very, very needed here, but I thought it was a nice addition since this card is underutilized and I wanted to showcase it, try and find a use for it. It seems like it fits here. You can also use the new Forge if you so choose to. That's also a good option. Doesn't really work with Silver Surfer, but I think you have enough 3-drops for this deck to work out. Venom is another card that I added because it seems to have a lot of synergy with what we're trying to do here. You can destroy your X23 and your Wolverine again, especially because X23 and Wolverine can land on any location. You can use Venom to take advantage of their abilities and at the same time not lose any power from the board. And you can buff it with Silver Surfer at the end. So Venom works very well in this deck. Another card that synergizes with everything else in the list. Daken gives you a Muramasa shard that you can play with the extra energy you get with X23 if you want to play it and then destroy it with either Venom or Killmonger. You can keep it in your hand and try to discard it with your Gambit. It's a very, very strong card and naturally just fits in with everything else that this deck wants to do. And then finally, we have our 2 4-drops in Absorbing Man. There's nothing to say about this card right now, nothing more to say. You combo Absorbing Man with Brood, you get 15 power on the board. It's crazy. You can buff it with Silver Surfer. You can buff the Broodlings with Silver Surfer. After that, utilize it to play double Gambit and destroy your opponent's board. That card is just amazing in this list. And then Iron Lad. Iron Lad is just a powerful 4-drop that can copy powerful abilities that this deck has. And he's not necessary in this list because a lot of people are going to ask, what do I replace Iron Lad with? I don't have Iron Lad. What can I play? Etc. etc. There are a lot of good 4-drops you can play. One of the best ones you can replace Iron Lad with in this list is Wong. It's basically like having 2 Absorbing Men if you play Wong, and also you can set up a Wong play on the last turn and you can destroy up to 4 cards from your opponent or play Silver Surfer 4 times. That's it. Play with this list. Try it out. The second list I want to showcase is this Destroy Thanos list. This list has been around for a long time. There's nothing very innovative that I've added in this list. I want to keep it simple so people can have access to it. I don't want to put too many expensive cards in it. Even though I did add Echo, you can remove Echo. It's just an optional tech card that you can use. You don't really need here in this deck. It's there for the mirror. There's a lot of ongoing Thanos going around. And Echo just hard counters that deck, makes your matchup so much easier. That is why she is here, but you can just replace her with a card like Bucky. The reason I've slotted X23 in this list is because if there's any deck out there, if there's any archetype out there that can take advantage of 1 extra energy, you guessed it, it's Thanos. With all those 1-cost stones that draw you other extra cards, every time you kill X23, you have another opportunity to play an extra stone on the board, to add an extra power on the board, to add something to destroy on the board. The possibilities are endless, and I think this card is going to take this list to the next level, even though it is quite powerful already. Have fun, enjoy the list, and let me know what you think down in the comments. The final list I want to showcase is this discard list. This list is not just a typical discard deck. It's a deck that attacks your opponent's hand and your opponent's board through Moon Knight and Gambit. This list is only going to get better as more and more cards are getting released, and it might not be the final version of this list, but this is the one we have right now, and this is the one I'm going to showcase right now. It's more of a discard list than anything else. It utilizes X23's ability to play double 3-drops or a 3-drop and a 4-drop again on turn 6, and it's very, very, very powerful. I had a lot of fun trying this list. It evolves around attacking your opponent's board and your opponent's hand at the same time while gaining value from the discards for yourself. So we have X23 in here, we have Wolverine, we have Swarm, we have Apocalypse. All these cards give you benefits when you discard them. While at the same time, when you're discarding these cards, you want to utilize other cards that are either gaining benefits from the discard itself or stopping your opponent's plan by either destroying cards on their board or discarding their hand. This list has the potential to be a very, very annoying and toxic meta list in the future. As its tradition, it's a very greedy list. I run Wong in here just so I can double the effect of all my discards. Cards that benefit from the discard effect, like Daken. He gives you the Muramasa, then you discard the Muramasa, his power is doubled. Swarm, you can get multiple Swarms in your hand. X23 for the extra energy. Wolverine, obviously, bounces onto the board for free. And then Modok can discard your whole hand making your Morbius and Collector huge. You can just play Modok on turn 5 on the wall if you set up your Morbius and Collector and then finish off in the final turn with Apocalypse and Swarm. You'll notice a lack of Chavez in this deck. It is because you don't really need that consistency early game. You have a lot of cards that benefit from this card, like Morbius and Collector, that are going to be huge. Dagen is another card that's going to be huge. So you don't really need that extra consistency from Chavez because we are not even running Dracula in this list. It's a very different list. Try it out and tell me what you think down in the comments. Had a lot of fun making this video. I want to thank Marvel Snap for having me on the official channel. It's been a pleasure, it's been an honor, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you very much, and goodbye.